I'd like to welcome everybody. I'd like to welcome everyone to the SDSU Imperial Valley 2021 CARmencement event information session. This is just a great opportunity for everyone to learn about how things are going to go on the day of CARmencement. I know we have some folks here that'll be participating on May 17th, which is Monday, for the class of 2021, and then on Tuesday for the class of 2020. I did want to make an important note there too, because I know we had a lot of questions about this. But if you graduated in December of 2020, you are considered a 2021 grad. So in terms of, for all intended purposes, as you register and such, make sure that you register for 2021 if you're a December 2020 graduate. You will have opportunities to ask any questions that you might have. You can put those in the chat. And then also we'll have an opportunity to answer any questions that you might have at the end of the session. There is a question and answer session. So first, I just want to confirm, please, if you can confirm, Fernanda, that everyone can see my screen and the PowerPoint.
Have you started sharing the PowerPoint? No, we can't see it, Dr. Rios.
Okay, good deal. Glad I was able to get that done before I did this. So.
There you go.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody. 1 second. Okay, so I just wanted to go over, I want to start over in terms of what you need to do prior to the event to be ready. First of all, everyone needs to be registered with marching orders in order to participate in the CARmencement event. You should have all received emails in terms of today, or I'm sorry, you should have received it back in April 18th, send an email out to everyone. If you have not, we will put the marching orders link in the chat. If you can do that, Fernanda, for us right now, that would be great. So that you can go there, but you should have that in one of your emails. And then also on our website, on our SDSU Imperial Valley CARmencement website, information on how to register is there as well. Again, reminding you that you have to register on marching orders to be able to participate in the CARmencement event. Make sure that you select the time that you are registering for. In terms of for the event there, but it is required that everyone does indeed register with marching orders. The next bullet is cap and gown. You are encouraged to have a cap and gown, but you don't have to have a cap and gown to participate. I know that's a question some students have. They're choosing not to do the cap and gown. That is absolutely fine. If you choose not to, you do not have to have a cap and gown to participate. But if you do want to, you just go to this link here. We'll be sharing this PowerPoint with everyone as well. It'll be on our website. But you can just go to Aztec Shops and you could order your cap and gown. I know they're turning them around pretty quick, where students get those in the mail within a couple days in terms of to your home. So again, encourage folks to, if you do want to get a cap and gown, you can still get those through Aztec Shops. And that should also have been in some of the email correspondence that you're receiving from the university about CARmencement or about commencement in general. I did want to let you know that all of you, class of 2021 will be receiving an SDSU Grad Pack. It's my understanding that the class of 2020 already received these last year, so you will not be getting another Grad Pack. And what's included in the Grad Pack will be your degree holder. It's this item right here, and as well as some other giveaways. I know they got some stickers in there. They're going to have some face coverings in there, some San Diego State, and some other little kind of giveaways and goodies there for our 2020 graduates. The thing I'll remind you, and I'll remind you again here in a minute, is please remember to bring your diploma holder with you to the CARmencement event. Usually what students do is they take a picture of that. So your degree is not actually going to be in there. It's just the holder. They don't mail the degrees to you until later on this summer. but you at least will have the degree holder so that you can take your picture in terms of when you walk across the stage during the CARmencement program. So the grad packs will go out later this week. I just sent the last group of addresses of our students to them, and it should be going out sometime this week. So you should be getting it no later than May 12th is what I've been told. You may get it sooner, but again, you will be getting your grad pack no later than May 12th. If you do happen to forget your degree holder on that day, we're going to have some extra ones on board for you to check out and be able to borrow to take your picture. We'll kindly ask you to return those at the end of the event so that somebody else can use them. But we will have some extra diploma holders or degree holders for you on the day of the event. The other thing I want to talk about is the Grad Pass. This is going to be really important, and these are going to be issued to you at some point this week. It's basically your ticket in terms of for the SDSU Imperial Valley CARmencement event. It is your Grad Pass, and that is a pass. You're going to receive it in an email, so it's electronic. You could either download it on your phone or you can print it out. But that's something that you are going to have with you the day of the event. That's what's going to get you in, and that's what's going to allow us to scan so that they read your name and show your information on the screen when you are actually going through the CARmencement program. So the Grad Pass is very important. Please be looking in terms of for that in an email later on this week is your Grad Pass. I did want to remind folks too that today is the deadline in terms of to register, and then also for folks to download or upload their photos and to add their messages to marching orders. So the photo is going to appear on your screen as you march across the stage, and then also your message that you have up there is going to be up there as well. But the deadline in terms of to both register and also to add your message onto the screen is going to be by the end of the day today. So I think it's like 11:59 p.m. So please make sure that you are aware of that. I know a lot of students have downloaded that, and I see a lot of really neat information out there, but encourage you all to add that information to the marching orders site. And then again, that's what I'm alluding here to in the next bullet is in terms of adding your photo and your message. That is also going to be a part of the virtual program that is going to be available after CARmencement online. So if you want to go through that as well. And then from what I understand, you could also download that in terms of your screen. So like the screen that's going to show up on the, that's going to be projected is going to have your picture. It's going to have your degree information and your message. You can download that for social media as well. So that'll be available on the CARmencement site, but you got to put something in order to be able to see something there. So reminding folks to please, if you choose to do so, to add that information there. Even if you're not, if you got friends or other folks that are not participating in the CARmencement, they still have access to that site and they can include their information there, even if they are not participating in CARmencement. And then the last thing is, in terms of before the event, encourage you, if you choose to do so, to decorate your car in terms of for the event. I do want to take this opportunity right now to give Maribel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. If you want to take a minute to just talk to folks about the opportunity to take pictures on campus.
Definitely. Hi, students. SDSU Imperial Valley it started kind of like the graduate photo event last week, where we give the opportunity to all graduating students to come inside the campus and take pictures around the campus, for example, in front of the library, at the quad area, in front of the art gallery. And that is still going this week. The last day is this Friday. You have to make an appointment though, but there's still, I just checked before the meeting started, and there's still appointments available. And I'm sharing with you right now the website where you can go and make your appointment. It's a 30-minute appointment where you have access to the campus and you can take your graduating pictures inside with your cap and gown, your nice regalia. Just we ask obviously to follow health protocols, and we allow the student and the photographer to be inside the campus. Outside the fence, you can also take pictures outside the fence at any time. That is available to you at any time during the day, any day. But if you're interested in taking pictures inside the fence, there's a process, and you need to make an appointment. That's the website that I just shared with you, and there's still plenty of appointments available for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Maribel. You know what, since you're up already, and I know you kind of did it already, but I did want to give the committee members a chance to introduce themselves. So Maribel, if you can introduce yourself, and then followed by Fernanda, and then I think Priscilla's here as well.
Sure. My name is Maribel Madero, and I'm the business director for Imperial Valley.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations. My name is Fernanda Ferreiro, and I am the coordinator for the development office.
Hi, everyone. Congrats to all you guys, and I'm the Associated Student Senator.
Excellent. Thank you all so much.
Henry.
Yes.
Before we move on, there's a kind of like a comment or question that students thought that the pictures and the message deadline was tomorrow.
You know what? I've heard that too. I know the San Diego deadline is tomorrow because their event is a little bit later than ours. Their event isn't until the following week. I would do it, and I think what happened is that some students had registered for the Petco event and had received a message about that having a little bit more time. What I would do is I would encourage you to get that done by today. I really would, just to make sure that we are okay. You might be able to do it still tomorrow, but I think that was reserved for those that are a part of the San Diego commencement. And so I think if you registered for the Petco event, I think you might have received that information from the in terms of from that event. So for in terms of pertaining to the Petco event, you I believe you do have until May 4th, but in terms of the CARmencement, we've been advised that the deadline is today. So I would encourage you to try to get that done. That you try to get that done today.
Dr. Villegas, they're also wondering, how do they create that slide? Where do they go in order to upload their picture and their message?
Yeah, you would go to the to the marching orders site. So when you register there, you will register for in terms of for the CARmencement. And then again, you'll choose your date for the CARmencement. And then at the bottom there, if you keep on scrolling down, before you save that information, you will have the opportunity to upload your picture and add your message. So even if you choose not to participate in the CARmencement, you can still upload that information. And that's all on the CARmencement, on the marching orders registration site. Hopefully that answers that question.
I will be dropping down again in the chat box, the website, so they can go ahead and have it again.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I will go ahead and go on to the next slide. I do want to also welcome Melissa Hens has joined us from San Diego, and she is the main commencement person coordinator. So she'll also be here to answer any questions that we may have. But Melissa, if you want to take a minute to introduce yourself.
You're muted, Melissa.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I was late today. I was on another call. I'm the Director of Presidential and University Events, and as Henry mentioned, I oversee commencement at SDSU. And yeah, just here to answer any questions. I know many of you are attending the ceremonies at Petco Park as well, so I'm happy to answer those questions. Thank you for having me, Henry.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so the day of the event. The day of your event, in terms of the day of the event, again, I would encourage everyone to check your Grad Pass. It's that Grad Pass that I showed you earlier to make sure that you have the right schedule, date, and time. on that, because that will be your time for the CARmencement. I encourage you to get there about 10 minutes before, so you don't have to get there way early, but 10 minutes before is plenty of time to make sure that everything works out good. And in terms of the way the program is going, we have folks scheduled in 30-minute time blocks. So we have, like, for example, for the event on the 18th for the class of 2021, we have the first group at 5, the next group at 5:30, the next group at 6, and the next group at 6:30. So even if you get there before that, you're not going to be able to get in and go through the CARmencement event until your scheduled time. So again, 10 minutes before is plenty of time. In regards to your cap and gowns, I would encourage you all to make sure that you have your cap and gown on prior to arrival. So when you're getting home, like when you're at home before you get in your car, have your cap and gown on, hair fixed up, everything really nice so that you look really good. You're not going to have time to do this once you get to the event. So again, before you leave your home, make sure as you get in your car that you have your cap and gown on and you're ready to go for your picture. The celebration should last no more than 30 minutes in terms of from the time that you arrive until you leave. So again, we're hoping for things to go really smoothly that day, that there's not going to be a long line. So it's not going to be everybody in line at the same time. It's only going to be those that are scheduled for that time. And so we should be able to get you in and through the event in terms of pretty quickly. So probably looking at about 30 minutes in terms of from the time you start until the time you leave. The other thing that I would make sure that you have a driver. So if you are thinking about coming to the event by yourself in the car, that you will not be able to do that. You need to have a driver, at least one driver in the car, because as you'll see here in a minute, you're going to have to get out of your car to walk across the stage, and the car is going to continue to drive and meet you on the other end of the stage. So the car's going to be able to watch you walk across the stage, hear your name and see the screen and everything, but there needs to be a driver in the car so that you can get out and walk across the stage, and so that the car can meet you on the other end. So again, please make sure that there is at least one driver in the vehicle for the CARmencement event. We do regret to inform that's only one vehicle per graduate will be allowed to enter the event. Again, just in terms of keeping everyone on time. And it's really consistent too with what they're allowing. If it was a CARmencement, if it was a regular commencement, I think you usually get, anywhere from 2 to 4 tickets. And so again, as many people as you can fit in your car, that you have seat belts. That's another really important kind of reminder there, that in terms of as many people that can safely fit inside the vehicle there. The Calexico Police and then also the San Diego State Police will be there as well. Let me see, I gotta go to previous. SDSU Police and also Calexico Police will be there as well to make sure to enforce all the laws. So again, in terms of making sure that again, only the people that there are spaces for a seatbelt in the car, and then also in terms of the trucks. I know a question came up yesterday. Can folks ride in the back of the trucks? Again, in terms of per state law, that is not permissible. So again, yeah, everybody has to be in a seatbelted seat. And then again, in terms of making sure that everybody looks their best for the photographer, we will have the official photographer, excuse me, the official photographer will be there to take your picture. And also, as you walk across the stage, there's going to be a spot there where you're going to take your picture, and there'll be some footprints in terms of for you to step in to make sure you're in the right spot in terms of to take your official graduation picture. And then again, I believe they'll take another picture as you're walking off stage. So just kind of give everybody a heads up. A photographer, the official photographer, will be there to take your picture, almost like right here, what you see in the image when you're on center stage. They will be there to take your picture. There'll be some footprints there for you to step into to make sure you're in the right spot. And then you will walk off the stage and they'll take another picture. So again, make sure you're looking your best before you leave home. Fix up your hair, make sure everything's looking nice so that you're ready to go once you get there. Also, in terms of for, I know like some folks had some concerns that they wanted the rest of their family to be able to view the CARmencement. That will be available and it will be live streamed on our graduation website. So if you have some more folks maybe at home, they can watch from home, and then you can join them back at home after the ceremony in terms of for your celebrations there. So the event will be live streamed on our graduation website. It'll be showing you walking across the stage in our event on that day. Also like to remind you all that we're still in a pandemic. We want to make sure that we're staying safe. Please make sure to have your face coverings in terms of for your check-in, and then also for when you exit the vehicle to walk across the stage. You will be allowed to pull your face mask down when you take your picture. Again, as a part of the CARmencement, so you don't have to have it on when you take your graduation picture. But at all other times, please make sure that you are practicing the correct protocol in regards to having a face covering. Okay, now I'm going to go through kind of what the map is going to look like, and I hope this is very helpful kind of for folks to kind of see, because this is a place where I think is, you're really going to be able to help us out by making sure that you're aware of kind of where everything's at on the day of the event. So the main check-in will be here in terms of on the corner of East Sherman and Blair Avenue. So this is where you'll start. So you'll probably come in from Blair Avenue this way in terms of to get here and start the line. And that'll be the first check-in. So at the check-ins, all the person is going to do is they're going to check to make sure you have your Grad Pass and make sure that you're there for the right time. So again, if you're there for the wrong session or whatever, making sure that everybody's there when they're supposed to be in. But that first check-in here, and then again, you should have your Grad Pass ready for those check-ins. They're going to check it just to make sure you have it, that you're there at the right time. And then you will go down Blair Avenue. You will make a right turn on 7th Street, make another right on Heber, and then make one more right on Sherman Street. And then again, right here, you're going to enter the parking lot. And we're going to have another check-in there again, just to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, that you have your Grad Pass ready, and that everything is ready to go. One of the big reminders in terms of in this time that you're in your car and you're going through the line, not anticipating a large line, but we will have some line. We require that everyone remains in their vehicles at all times. So, even when you're driving around the outside, you can't get out of your car to take a picture or whatever. You see something really nice or whatever. As Maribel mentioned earlier, you will have time. Now you can do that anytime, but on the day of the event, on the 17th or the 18th, when you're in line already, you will not be able to exit your car to take pictures. We encourage you to do that beforehand, in terms of, even before the program starts, the day before or whatever, or earlier that morning or earlier that day. But again, during CARmencement, which is from 5 to 7 on the 17th and the 18th, you will not be able to get out of your car as you're in line. Okay, and then again, make sure that you have your face coverings on for all the check-ins. Right, I'm going to proceed now to what it's going to look like on the inside. So this is once you're actually inside the parking lot. Again, you are going to, again, one more check-in here as you come in terms of through the parking lot. And then as you drive in here, we'll have cones set up, and then we'll have people helping to direct traffic. You'll drive through here, and then you will turn, what is that, left turn? Oh, good, you finally get to make a left turn. And then right here, we're gonna have the platform. And this will be folks from the university, faculty, staff. The president will be there, the provost will be there, Dean Ponce will be there, Associate Dean Mark Wheeler will be there as well. And we'll have some other dignitaries there perhaps as well, but that will be the platform party, and they will be there to cheer you on and celebrate you as you go across. Again, reminder, you'll need your Grad Pass in terms of the check-in here as well as you go through the ceremony. And then right here as you turn right here, At this point, this is a very important part here, is this is where our graduates will actually get out of the car. You will get out of the car here, and as soon as you step out of the car here, we will have a scanner. And this is where you're actually going to scan your QR code that's on your Grad Pass. So that's another reason the Grad Pass is so important. You will scan your Grad Pass here, and that's what's going to prompt for your picture to appear on the screen and for your name to be read. So again, very important that you have your Grad Pass there when you come across there, and then you'll be walking across the stage. At the center of the stage, as you saw in that last picture, we'll have 2 footprints here that you'll be able to step into, hold up your degree placement holder, and you will take your official graduation picture. There's actually going to be 2 photographers. One will take that main picture, and then another photographer will be taking a picture of you as you exit the stage. We do ask folks to be respectful in terms of as you walk across the stage. Again, we have this time so that basically you will have the chance to walk across the stage, take your photo, and then walk back off the stage and exit. In order for everyone to have the time that they need to be able to take their picture, we really don't have a lot of time other than for you to walk across the stage, take your picture, and then exit the stage, because there'll be somebody else coming up behind you. Again, you don't have to hurry or run or anything, but again, just walk at a decent pace and take your picture. But we really don't have a lot of time for anything extra in terms of on the stage. So please be respectful of all the others so that everyone has time to complete this process. And then again, you will walk off the stage, you will re-enter your car back with your family, make another left turn, and then you'll make a right turn, and then make a left turn on East Sherman to be able to exit and then leave. So again, in terms of the time, a little bit of time in line, but then again, once we get here, I think the time that we have kind of scheduled in terms of for students is less than a minute in terms of for folks to walk across the stage. And let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. I think we're good. We'll have some PPEs for folks if you don't have them in terms of to help you and support you with that. But again, making sure that we are respecting all protocol as we go through the event. I did want to give an opportunity for Priscilla to talk a little bit before I go to the next. Before I go to questions and answers, I did want to give a chance for Priscilla to talk about the graduation luncheon. Priscilla.
Hi everyone again. So the associated students, we are planning the drive-through graduation luncheon, which will take place on Thursday, May 13th at the SDSU Ivy Calexico parking lot. So through the marching orders, it asks you right there if you want to participate in the graduation luncheon. And then the time slot for the class of 2020 will be from 5 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. And then the class of 2021 will be from 5:45 to 7 p.m. So just come by, drive by, pick up food from the poli, some refreshments, and then a graduation goodie bag. And we hope to see you all there. Congratulations again.
Awesome. Thank you, Priscilla. If you can hang out for a little bit in case anybody has any questions about that, that would be great. Okay, I guess I'll turn it over to Fernanda for questions.
Dr. Villegas, we have a recurring question regarding the class of 2020. If they did not receive their diploma cover, how can they get one?
It's so good that we have Melissa here. Melissa, do you have an answer to that question?
I do. So the class of 2020, you should have received diploma covers mailed to you. If for whatever reason you did not receive it, please email PRES Events, which is PRES Events, EVENTS at sdsu.edu, and we can help you with that. For the class of 2021, you will be receiving your diploma cover. It will be mailed to you. You should be receiving it by early next week, and it will arrive in a Grad Pack. So in addition to your diploma cover, you'll be receiving a face covering, which you can wear for your commencement, and it will have some other items in it as well. So those will be arriving to you by next week. And also, if you are a summa cum laude honors, you will have your gold honors cord in the Grad Pack as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. If you could add that email address into the chat, that would be
Sure.
really, really good. So again, if anybody did not receive their diploma cover last year from the class of 2020, please email Pres Events.
Also, Dr. Villegas, by when would they be receiving their Grad Pack? Some of them have not received it or have not received an email with their Grad Pass.
Yeah, the Grad Passes have not gone out yet. They're going to wait till after registration is completed. I don't think they're going to generate those until later on this week. So Grad Passes will probably not come until later, maybe later this week or early next week. And then the Grad Packs, again, as Melissa just mentioned, those will be mailed later on this week with the hopes that students should be receiving those by May 12th. Again, plenty of time before the event.
Another question we have in terms of the size of the vehicle, can they take party buses, limousines, or any other, what are the measurements of the vehicle? What are the standards?
Yeah, unfortunately, you all know the size of our parking lot is pretty small, so we are not able to accommodate large vehicles. So yeah, just regular vehicles in terms of from that event. I would say that the largest probably is like a van that you can kind of get in the parking lot. Unfortunately, we are not able to accommodate larger vehicles in terms of inside the parking lot. So a good question.
Also, Dr. Villegas, we have a couple of questions, a couple of students that are trying to register right now for marching orders, and they're having issues. It says that their email is not recognized. They did send out an email to marching orders, but if they don't receive an answer by today, who can they reach out to?
Okay, I will put an email in there for Brian Garcia. He's actually going to be reaching out to a lot of you, and I think he contacted some of you already, but I'll put his email address in there. You can reach out to him and he can help you. If you haven't heard back from marching orders, he can assist you with that. I think we do still have some folks that are having issues with that. I will remind you that if you're class of 2021, so again, remember that includes December 20 graduates, you would have received that email to your SDSU email, and that will be your login email. But if you're from the class of 2020, it should be using your personal email. But I know there has been some issues with a couple of individuals that have had problems with that. In that case, please email Brian and he'll be able to assist you, but we'll definitely be working with you all to make sure nobody gets locked out.
And Priscilla, we have two questions regarding the luncheon. Can you address those?
So a question was, where is the taco graduation event going to be? So the graduation Luncheon event, other known as Taco Fest, will be at the SDSU Ivy Calexico campus. And then the other question, I believe, was, is the Luncheon going to be like the CARmencement in the car? And do we have to have a driver for that too? So you do not need a driver for the graduation Luncheon event because you will not be exiting the vehicle. We will be handing you the food, the goodie bags, and the refreshments to your car as well.
And thank you, Priscilla. Dr. Villegas, also regarding the cap and gown, it says that it's encouraged, but in our PowerPoint presentation, it's indicating that they need it. Do you want to go ahead and answer that one?
Okay, give me 1 second here. I just put Brian Garcia's email in the chat. So again, if you're having problems with registering for CARmencement, you can email Brian Garcia, and he's working on those this afternoon. And he'll be able to help you with that. And then what he does is he forwards me anybody that has serious issues, and I'm able to help with those. So I'm sorry, in regards to the question regarding cap and gowns, they are not required in terms of to be able to participate in the CARmencement. But again, you know, like if you want to get a cap and gown so you can take your picture with your cap and gown and have that full experience, we do encourage you to do that. I know that they are mailing those out pretty quick in terms of to students. So students have been able to get those. What was it, Priscilla? How long did it take for you to get yours?
Like 3 days, but it took Lawson like a day.
How many days for Lawson?
And 1 day, like the next day he got it. It was really fast.
So hopefully that answered the question about cap and gowns.
Thank you. Melissa, can you help us out with this question? It's in regards to Petco commencement. Is there a limit to 2 guests per graduate?
So you'll actually receive, if you registered for the Petco commencement, a ticketing email today, and that will outline the number of tickets per college. So look out for that to appear later on today in your inbox. And then we'll also be updating the commencement website with that information.
Thank you. Priscilla, again, the reminder for the luncheon, can you repeat the times, please?
Yes.
But she just posted something too in the chat as well. But go ahead. Sorry.
I also, yeah, I added in the chat. The time slot for the class of 2020 will be from 5 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. And then the class of 2021 will be from 5:45 to 7 p.m.
Thank you. Melissa, can they still register for the Petco commencement ceremony?
Yeah, we really need all registrations by tomorrow. So please go ahead and email the Pres Events email that I shared in the chat and we can get you registered.
Thank you. Dr. Villegas, regarding if the student does not have someone else that can drive them to the commencement, what can they do?
Okay, do me a favor. I'll put my email in here as well. Please email me directly. And then what I'll do is we will figure something out. Again, in terms of the protocol, it's going to be tough, but I'll reach out to you. And then we will figure something out. We definitely don't want anybody to be excluded because they can't have a driver, but we'll have to try to figure it out too with the health protocol in terms of what we might be able to do. But yeah, please email me and we will figure out something.
Thank you. Then we had this question already. I guess we have brothers or sisters that are graduating. Can they both be in the same vehicle? Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations. Let me see. I think we covered most of them. Okay, one is coming. Okay, they have registered for the Petco commencement, but still have not received any information or information regarding the tickets. What can they do?
That's going to come out today.
Okay, thank you. Also, somebody applied for commencement August 2021 and have not been received any emails, so they're coming, guys.
Dr. Villegas, I have a question.
Yes.
I received an email about a Keepsake Tassel. What is that coming in from, or from where?
I can answer that question. That's actually coming from SDSU alumni. They did a special campaign for graduates, and that tassel will arrive after commencement. So that's a special keepsake tassel.
Mm-hmm.
You won't have it in time for your CARmencement or for Petco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this will arrive after for you to have as a keepsake.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's another question regarding the cap and gown. Is the gown the same for the credential program as the bachelor program? It's the same gown, right?
Yeah, no, Melissa, do you know? I'm not sure. It's a good question.
I'm sorry, what was the question? Bachelor's and credential?
Yeah,
I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it is the same gown for bachelor's and credential.
And is the mask required when walking across the stage, Dr. Reyes?
Yeah, so when you get out of your car, you'll need to have your mask on, but then when it's time to take the picture, you can take your mask off to take your picture, but at all other times, you'll need to have your mask on.
Okay, regarding the people in the vehicle, how many people can be in the vehicles?
Yeah, so my understanding is that legally is as many seat belts as you have in the vehicle. That's how many folks you could have in the vehicle per state law. So again, be reminded that we will have Calexico Police will be there, and then also the San Diego Police will be there as well to enforce the laws.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the master's program, will they be hooded during commencement?
Yeah, unfortunately, due to safety protocol, that we will not be able to do that, and it's the same thing in San Diego as well for the Petco event. Those are not continuing this year. I don't know, Melissa, anything to add to that?
Yeah, we'll have more information on that, but we are encouraging graduates to arrive with their hoods on. So you will have your hood on when you get your picture taken, and we'll have the portion during the ceremony where we honor you for your masters. And so we'll still have the conferral and everything that you would traditionally have during the ceremony. We just won't be physically hooding graduates on stage.
Thank There's another question regarding the Petco. If I register for commencement at Petco Park and my major is liberal studies, will it be the College of Education, wait, would that be College of Education for May 25th?
Correct.
Okay.
I see a question there too about someone that is graduating with distinction and whether that's the same as summa cum laude. That is not the same as summa cum laude. So those that are summa cum laude and are receiving their cords, you would have been notified already about those. And those are students, Melissa, remind me, what is that, a 3.8 or higher cumulative GPA?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up, but it is on the commencement website, the breakdown for summa, magna, and cum laude graduate or honors.
Sorry, Melissa, another question. For the Petco commencement, is there a limit for 2 guests per graduate?
So that's the ticketing email that's going to go out today. So just as I mentioned, go ahead and keep checking your email box. We'll be sending an email that will outline the final number of tickets that will be allotted per ceremony.
Thank you. Now regarding for main campus, can the students go and take pictures there?
Yes, that is allowed. You just need to have your face cover on and maintain proper social distancing.
Dr. Villegas, is there going to be a CARmencement in August because I applied for graduation August?
No. So all students that graduated in August will participate in the CARmencement that is happening on May 21st.
Thank you. We have a student asking if their family members and one of them graduated 2020, another one graduated 2021. Can they graduate on the same day? Can they register for the same day event?
You're not going to be able to physically register for both of the dates, but you can go ahead. I mean, each of you register for one and you could come to both. Yeah, so you could come, well, so it really depends. I mean, you know, if you want to kind of do both separately or if you want to do both on the same day, why don't you do me a favor? Email me. You saw my email address in there. This one could get a little tricky. So email me and let me know exactly what you want to do. And we could definitely accommodate you if you both want to be there on the same day. But yeah, email me and let me know what you would like to do. But you can't both do it twice.
Melissa, is there a deadline for pictures in main campus?
Maybe they can specify what they mean by that. There's no actual pictures being taken on main campus. The earlier question, I believe, was just taking candid pictures on campus. So maybe if you want to elaborate on that question.
Okay. Dr. Villegas, where will we be sharing this PowerPoint presentation and the recording?
It'll be on the SDSU Imperial Valley commencement website. So we'll get that up here soon.
And we will also be sharing the link on our social media. I think that's about it. I don't know if you, Maribel, or Dr. Villegas see any other questions that I missed. They were coming in pretty fast. Sorry about that, guys. Try to get them all. I don't know if I missed any.
Yeah, if we missed any questions, please please drop them back into the chat.
I know that some I did answer privately as the slides were passing by, but I don't know if you guys see any other that we didn't answer.
I did want anybody here. So if you're in the 2020 CARmencement, we are making a slight change in terms of to that program. And we just opened up additional slots for 6:30. So I think initially we didn't have 6:30 slots for the 2020 class. We're opening up additional slots for 6:30. And we are going to, I think we only had 6 people that had registered for the 5 p.m. one. So we're going to be moving that one and we'll be reaching out to those students and moving those students to a later session. So I'll be in contact if there are any students that are in the 5 p.m. session for the class of 2020 on May 18th. We're going to be moving that session. I think there are only 5 or 6 students in that session. We'll be moving you to a later session that day, just in order to help things go a little bit smoother on the day. But we'll be in touch with you all.
Thank you, Dr. Villegas. Melissa, I think our student already elaborated on taking pictures on campus. I think they're just a little scared that if they roam around campus with a photographer, they'll be kicked out. Is that fine if they're just taking pictures at any time around campus?
Yes, that's totally fine.
So I know there's a couple questions here too about magna cum laude and cum laude. I think those are on the program, right? Those are noted on the program. Okay, yeah. So those things are noted on the program, so that you're graduating with those distinctions. But there is no cord. The cord is only being mailed to summa cum laude. But you are being recognized, and then too, I believe the way we set it up. I think we added honors onto your slide as well, but it will be in the program. And Melissa, just to be clear, are the programs going out with the grad packs for class of 2021?
Yes, that is correct.
Excellent,
Yeah,
thank you.
Dr. Villegas, how many cars per graduate?
Again, as we mentioned earlier in the program, only one car per graduate. Unfortunately, that's all that we can accommodate in terms of just to kind of get folks to go through. Reminding folks though that the event will be live streamed. So again, if you, I know if you're like my family, you got a lot of family that are not going to be able to kind of fit into one car, and they could watch that in terms of from home or from another spot. In terms of, heck, you can have a viewing party, and then you could, you can join those folks as soon as you leave. Just make sure they save you some food or some of the good snacks in terms of until you get back in terms of to that event. But yeah, encouraging folks to have family that can be there, have a viewing party. It is going to be live streamed and available on our website.
Thank you, Dr. Villegas. Then when will 2020 graduates receive the programs?
So the 2020 programs were available electronically on the commencement website. We are currently updating the site, so we'll be putting them back up on the website. So class of 2020 will be receiving, those registered to attend your ceremonies will receive a grad pack with a face covering and some other items. Now, as far as the printed program for class of 2020, there will be a postcard in that mailing that will provide you with an email that you can email to receive a copy of a printed program. So again, it will be available electronically again on the website, but then we'll also give you the option to request a printed program to be mailed for you. And that's for class of 2020.
Thank you. Maribel, here's a good question for you. Are drones allowed to, are they allowed to use drones the day of the commencement? You're muted.
Sorry, unfortunately not. Drones are not allowed on the day of commencement.
Like, I also noticed that somebody had a question too about about where to download the information for your slide and your message, and that's on marching orders. I just put the marching orders link in the chat, and so you can go there, and when you register, that is the same place where you are able to download your photo and then also add your message. And yes, that is correct. You will need to bring your diploma covers to the event. The one that you're going to receive in the mail, or if you have the one from last year, you can bring it. Again, I think it's just better to bring your own. You don't have to worry about touching anybody else's, but we will have some available there for folks to check out. If you either forgot it or couldn't find it or whatever, we'll have one that you can check out. We'll make sure that we wipe them down before we recirculate those, but we will have those available there for the date of the event if you either forget it or can't find it.
Thank you, Dr. Villegas. Melissa, question. Do you need a diploma cover for the Petco graduation?
No, we will not be handing out diploma covers at Petco. It's a completely contactless ceremony, so you do not need to bring it with you either. So that photo opportunity will not include your diploma cover.
Thank you. Is there a deadline for the slide, Dr. Villegas, and marching orders?
Yeah, and yes, the deadline is today, is what we've been told. I know that in terms of the folks that are participating in the Petco one, you might have received an email that you have until tomorrow, May 4th, but I would encourage you to submit your information in terms of for your slides or your photo and your message by 11:59 p.m. today.
Again, I think we got them all. I don't know if I missed any.
Okay, well, excellent. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I'm hoping you feel a little bit more comfortable in terms of about the event so that things go really smooth that day. If you have questions about anything, you now have some additional resources or folks that you could reach out to in terms of for assistance. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, we congratulate you. We're just so proud of you all. The team has been working really, really hard to put together just an amazing event in terms of for you all. And again, they've been doing, like in terms of all this work, in terms of Maribel and Fernanda and Priscilla and the rest of our committee has been working tirelessly to put together a great program. Again, we're very excited about it. And again, congratulations. And we'll look forward to seeing you all at the luncheon coming up here, and then also in terms of at the CARmencement on May 17th and 18th.
Sorry.
Right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
This one's from Melissa. I'm so sorry to interrupt, Dr. Yes, I didn't want to leave without this being answered. Melissa, can you give a brief description of Petco's commencement, the logistics and how it's going to work out?
Sure, we're going to have additional information on the website, which will really outline all of that information, the arrival, what gates you go through. But I can tell you that we will not have an actual processional. Graduates will have a ticket assigned to them, so you will be seated in the stands. We'll have a graduate section in the stands, and then your family will be in the seats surrounding the graduate section. So you'll go directly to your seat. You'll remain there during the entire ceremony. And then it will be, very similar to what you would normally expect, during a traditional ceremony with different speakers, the degree conferrals, and then you will be able to walk onto the field and cross the stage. So very similar to what you're doing for CARmencement, you'll have a Grad Pass, and that will be issued to you as we get closer. You'll take your Grad Pass and it will be scanned, and that will actually read your name when you cross the stage. And then it will also be live streamed, just like CARmencement. And so when you're crossing the stage on the jumbo screen, it will be the image of you crossing the stage, and then the lower third, which is that portion on the bottom of the screen, will have your name, your degree, and your honors. So that's really kind of a brief overview of what it will look like. And again, the website will be updated with additional information as well.
Thank you, Melissa. We have another question for you. Can credential graduates register for the Petco graduation? The student mentioned that he never received an email for the Petco graduation ceremony, so he wasn't sure if he could participate.
Yes, credential students are able to register for the Petco ceremony. So if you didn't receive an email, feel free to email that Pres Events email that I shared earlier, and we'll get you registered.
Thank you. I think we got them all.
Okay, yeah, any more questions? All right, well, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. If you can turn off record.
There.